and she has told her family that she's dating this mystery man. There is no mystery man. Oh, that's all I know. Oh. Okay, this sounds really sad. Elizabeth, you've got to explain it. His army of undead soldiers? Okay, Game of Thrones. Today is a very scary and exciting day simply because I am finally planning my summer reads. I have been buying, saving, collecting summer books since I started reading really. I'm a mood reader. Some of these books I bought 3-4 years ago and I still haven't read them. And then it goes to autumn and spring and winter and I'm like, now I can't read them because I bought them for the summer. So it's been like 4 years in the making and this year is the year I'm knuckling down and I'm reading them. I work a seasonal job, so in the 6-week holiday of summer, I work pretty much every day. So I've also had to take that into account, but I have planned a time where I should be able to read every single one of these books. Is that happening? I don't know. I have over 43 books on my summer TBR. Is there only 3 months and I work pretty much every day for a good month and a half? Yes. And you know what? I've also decided that I'm going straight into fall because that is where I'm at this year. Fall is where my heart belongs and lies. Every single book I've bought within the last month or two has been with my full TBR in mind. But anyway, with all that said, in today's video, I am going through the 43 books I want to read this summer, physical TBR. And I also have some book recommendations that I reread every summer. And you should too. The books I tend to gravitate towards summertime is small town, cowboy, just overall summer vibes, whether it's a holiday, they go to a resort like the Honeymooners or something. And for my fantasy, I usually go for a pirate water theme, stuff like that. Quest, they always give me summer vibes because I'm thinking of the ocean. And also desert books where they're usually boiling hot. I think the dryness and the heat, summer. So that is the books you can be expecting in this video, and if they're your type of books, then stay along. Starting off with my cowboy romance books, I got the first 2 books in the Blue River Spring either series or trilogy. I know there's 3 books, I don't know if there's going to be any more, and that is Wild Rose and Fallen Willow. And this is a best friend's sister, and Fallen Willow is jam-packed. It's a fake dating, marriage or convenience single dad. I've never seen these before and I've never seen anyone talk about them, but the back of the book sounded amazing, so I was like, hell yes, I'm gonna give it a shot. They're pretty short as well, so hopefully a quick read. Except for my cowboy romance, I have the Blue River Ranch series. This series, I'm not gonna lie, know nothing about it. I've seen this all over my TikTok at some point or another for years now. All I know is I am gonna be doing a reading vlog on these, so if you want to know anything more about them, obviously when I know more I can tell you. It most likely will be a spoiler-free vlog, so you don't have to worry about that. But that is the Blue Rebel Ranch. And lastly, for my cowboy romance, these are just physical books. I obviously have many on my Kindle, but I'm not planning on buying any more. Whether I do buy more or don't, we shall see, but I have been really impulsive buying lately, so there's a chance there might be more. And that is the last 3 books in the Lucky River Ranch. I only have Sawyer and Duke right now. I need to get Ryder. I've already read Cash and Wyatt, so that is why they are not here right now. And so far, I'm absolutely loving the series, so I definitely will be continuing. Just such fun small town cowboy vibes, and that's exactly what you want and more in life, especially in the summer. Come on. Now moving on to my just summer books. These are the ones that I don't really know anything about. They're either the cover reminds me of summer, I read the back of it when I bought it and it reminded me of summer, or summer is literally in the title of the book. First up, we have Bridesmaid Undercover. I mean, look at her, that's summer. You're reading this on a beach, you're reading this sunbathing. There's little palm trees, some flowers. She looks like a little explorer on holiday. And just the color of the book gives summer to me. That is pretty much it. I have Cross the Line by Simone Sultani. This simply gives light blue. It gives F1 Miami vibes. Was this on my spring TBR? Yes. Did I read it? Obviously not, but F1 always just reminds me of spring summery vibes anyway, so straight on my TBR we have, this one's very self-explanatory, and this is Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. Again, know nothing about this one, but when you have summer in the cover, I'm gonna buy you for my summer TBR. I actually bought this last year, never read it, so we're holding out hope for this summer. I didn't know whether to put this one into small town or just summer. This I kind of know what it's about, not enough to confidently say. So if anyone wants to convince me in the comments with actually any of these books without spoilers, please put it in the comments if you recommend them and what ones I should definitely be reading and moving up on my TBR. That is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've heard so many good things. Kendall rated this as one of her top books last year, so I need to read it. Now I've put a little pressure on reading it, so I haven't. But I'm hoping to break through and read it this year. We have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I still have not watched the film with that because I was like, you know what, I'll read the book first. I think in 2023 or 2022, I bought pretty much all the Emily Henry books that were out at the time, and I had You and Me on Vacation. So walked into Asda obviously when the movie came out and saw this one. I don't know why I bought it. Clearly I wasn't using my brain. It's the same book, but this one gives more summer vibes to me, so I'm reading this one. I'm hoping it's kind of on honeymooners vibe mixed in, like it's best friends, summer trips. I'm like, oh, it's legit. I'm very excited for this one. I will be reading it when I'm sunbathing. Maybe if I go swimming at one point. Will I? Won't I? Probably not. But if I did. Now this next one, I actually have no clue what it's about. I just love the author. Saw it on Vinted for £1 and it gave summer. It gave Arabian Nights summer, and that is Burning Daylight by Emily McIntyre. I think it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling as well, which I'm very excited about. Opposite families that are rivals. And that is all I know about it. I just look at the cover. They ate down with the cover. Every single thing about it I love. And lastly, for my just summer vibes really, is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. Got this for £1 in the works last year. Actually, I think this was the first ever book I spoke about on my channel, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, because I was talking about how I got it for £1. Still chuffed about that. Still actually don't really know anything about it. I just really like Alex Astor. It gives summer vibes. The big apple being a heart, stunning. The cover's beautiful. Has a map. I was like, really, what more could you want? I said, what now? This next one is a series. I am reading it for a video, so again, when I know more about it, go watch that video and we can still read it together. I don't know if this would come under just the summer vibes or small town or really what was happening. So that is just the summer series. I'm pretty sure that is what it's called. Yeah, it just says the summer series. And there is 5 books in this series, and it is by Elizabeth O'Rourke. Every single book, the plots in these books sound so interesting. The Summer We Fell is about her boyfriend's best friend, and it says now a decade later, tragedy has brought us back together. I'm thinking maybe something happened to the boyfriend. I don't know, but it sounds so interesting. The Summer I First Saw You is a best friend's younger niece. And it says blackmailing me into letting her stay for the summer. So I'm going to read you. Cool. The Summer I Destroyed You. I don't even know what it's given, but it sounds like Emmy is trying to really bring hate to this small town. It says, what do I care about revenge? So I think she's trying to like cancel it, shut it down, I'm not actually sure. And Liam's like dedicating his life to keep the town running. And it says, what do you call the woman who wants to destroy everything you love? Yeah, the side of her sets you on fire. Your nemesis or your future wife? Who came up with the plot of these books? Who did it? Elizabeth, you've got to explain it. The Summer You Found Me is a husband's best friend. And the first line on the back of the book said, I tore out of rehab to win my husband back. And it goes on to say how she's been staying with Beck, which is her husband's best friend. And I think her husband left her, but they're not like fully divorced. That's what, again, I haven't read it. I don't know, but that is what it's sounding like. And The Summer I Saved You is a single parent. And I think they either used to be friends. And then he moved away or something. Because on the back of the book, it says, Caleb, I came home to the lake house to be left alone to lick my wounds. And then it says Lucy was a little kid the last time I was... Oh! I think Caleb grew up in this small town. It's definitely an age gap romance. And he went away. He's come back. And Lucy was a little kid the last time I was here. Now she's grown with 2 little kids of her own. And then from Lucy, it says, from the moment I first saw Caleb, I knew he belonged to me. So she was obviously a lot younger. He moved away, obviously didn't see her, and then came back and she's older and she's here to save him, basically, from, I don't know what, I haven't read the book. But doesn't this series just sound amazing? Like, it gives summer vibes, but so much more. I feel like the plot of these books are gonna be so good, so I'm so excited to read this one. Well, these ones. These next ones go into it saying, safe to say, I know nothing about them other than they are small town romances that I have put on my summer TBR. First up, we have Savor It by Tara Dewitt. It says Someone Will Last Forever. I've been wanting to read the second one. This is the first book. Again, I don't know if it's a series, a trilogy, a duology. I'm not really sure. But it has written reviews by Elena Armes, Lila Sage, Liz Tomfordy, and Julie Soto, and Elsie Silver. So I'm thinking it's gonna be amazing, is what I'm thinking. I am planning on reading this end of summer because the second one gives autumn vibes to me, so I'm hoping to read them together. It says about a coastal small town, a festival. She's just got out of a 5-year relationship type of thing. And Fisher Lane, she was a hotshot chef in New York City. Oh. Okay, this sounds really sad. Okay. Got him. Next up, I have Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I actually know nothing about this series. All I know is that it is so well loved. There's also, I think, a TV show or movie coming out of it, so I'd love to be able to read this beforehand. I think it's a lot more than just a small town romance book. I think there's grief and second chance romance. And I hear it's an amazing book, so I'm very excited to read it. I have The Long Game by Elena Armas. I absolutely love the Spanish love deception. So I actually don't really know a lot about this book. All I know is she gets sent to a small town, so it's kind of given it happen one summer. I'm not sure, but I love her, so I'm willing to read anything written by her. Next up, we have The Lakefront Billionaires by Lauren Asher. These just give summer vibes to me. This one looks like, well, it has a lake on it, and the series is called Lakefront Billionaires, so I'm assuming it is. This one has like a little Hawaii stamp and some postcodes and talks about lakes and stuff. So fun. And this last one, I know nothing about. Okay, that gives like little cottage spring summer vibes. I'm gonna eat it up. I will say these covers are stunning. The more you look, the more you find, and I love that for them. And lastly, on my small town is the last 3 books in the Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver. What is wrong with me? I read Wild Love and it was a 4.99, basically a 5-star to me. So I'm very excited to read these ones. Wild Eyes, Single Dad Trope. Wild Side, I actually have no clue what trope it is. There's just a lot going on with this book and I'm very excited to read it. Also, I loved her in the first book, so I'm so excited to read hers. And Wild Card is an ex-boyfriend's dad. I'll take it. All small town, obviously. Before I get on to my summer recommendation books, I think I'm going to move on to my fantasy or YA fantasy, whatever you want to call it. Like I said at the beginning, for my fantasy books that I like to read in the summer, I go towards more water-themed ones and desert-type ones. Starting off with The Dance of Thieves, I have read the first 200 pages of this book now 3 times, and I always pick it up when I'm in a reading slump. So as soon as I put it down, I never want to pick it up again. That is my problem. So I'll read 200 pages in that one sitting, and then when I wake up the next morning, I don't want to read, so I don't read it. And it always gets left. But I do know that this is very desert based, and it starts with our female main character. She gets sent to this small town. Actually, I know it's Tours Watch or something. I'm just gonna say small town, even though I know it's not, and it's a fantasy book because my brain's not braining right now. I'm not actually sure if he's a prince or it's like found family vibes, but it's our female main character and our male main character. The female one is a thief who gets found by the queen, and she gets sent to uncover something, I'm pretty sure, or get something. I don't remember fully, but she ends up getting kidnapped with the main son of the family who owns that area. Well, not owns it, 'cause the queen does, but you know what I mean. Anyway, they end up getting kidnapped, and every time I leave it off, it's when they get back, and I always leave it there. So I never actually know why she's been sent or what she's there for or what she's getting, but all I know is that I go back and I reread them every single time. So game plan is to read both of these. These next ones, I have no clue if they're summer book or meant to be a fall book or whatever book they're meant to be. I was just searching up in wintertime when I wanted it to be summer books, and this is what came up, and that is the Folk of the Air trilogy, or is it a series? I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy, and then it has like spin-off books or stuff. And that is The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and Queen of Nothing. These I have been wanting to read since 2021, 2022. Still haven't read it. I think now is the time. I'm pretty sure they're YA, and they are so short that I know I could read a book a day. And that would literally take me 3 days, and I'd have all this knowledge and so much happiness, and I can watch the TikToks and actually know what they mean. So there is that. I know nothing about this other than June and Carden and the ink on the paper. That is all I know. That is all I know. Okay, this next one, again, have no clue. But I did read the back of the book, and it kind of gave me Mulan vibes in the sense of the war camp. And if you've ever watched Mulan, that is summer. Like when she wakes up and is like, I made you breakfast. It is happy to see you. That is pure summer vibes. Argue with your mother about it. So I picked The Princess Knight by Kate Jacobs. The cover alone gives spring, summer, beauty, grace. She's the princess. He's, I think, the head knight. She goes to a war camp. I love it. Give it to me right now. And lastly, again, this is just going off covers and what I've kind of gathered. And that is the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I think that is what it's called. And that is Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Ballad of Never After, and A Curse for True Lovers. Again, so short. I'm pretty sure it's YA. How have I not read this before? I always hear about Jax. Everything on my book talk. In my fantasy book talk, it's Jax this, Kai this, Carden this. I need to read this. What is wrong with me? When I first started reading, I bought pretty much all of these type of books. And then by 2022, I just read romance books and dark romance, and then like Mafia once I got, because I started with Wattpad Mafia, and then in 2022, I discovered like actual Mafia books. So it kind of went down from there. Really, and these just ended up never getting read. So this is my year of reading them. I've committed to the big series, and I'm coming back for the old ones. And lastly are my water books. I did actually buy 2 more this morning. They are not right here right now, and that is Song of the Abyss and what is Pam Godwin's book? I'll put the pictures up here. These are the ones I bought this morning. They are both ocean themed ones. And I got Whispers of the Deep by Emma Ham. I'm pretty sure he's a siren. That's all I need to know. Under Lock and Key. This, every time I saw it, I always thought it was just a romance book. I searched up pirate books and water themed books, things like that. And this came up. I think he's a lock monster who was cursed and saved her dad one day. That's all I'm kind of getting. I don't know, seems fun, seems summery, and I'm not gonna lie, these are the ones that I am most excited to read. I'm in a very fantasy kick right now. Next up, we have Metal Slinger. I've, of course, have seen this all over my TikTok. Had no clue what it was about anyway. Again, searched up the pirate. This came up, and they said they were in a rowboat for majority of the book. Beautiful, perfect, I'll take it. And it also, on the back of the book, said he claims Bryn was never meant to live at sea. Perfect. Water, fantasy, ocean. Yeah, that's summer to me. Close enough. Close enough. Welcome back. This next one I actually found while I was at the shop getting Under Lock and Metal Slinger, and that is In the Veins of the Drowning. She is a siren. I rephrased that actually. She is the lost siren heiress who can save the kingdoms from an even greater monster. I think she's always had to hide what she is because they like banish all the people like her. And then another king comes down and knows exactly who she is from the beginning. And that's all I know. And lastly, we have Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. Daughter of a Pirate King and Daughter of a Siren Queen are one of my most favorite books. I reread them every single year. Summer reads for me. And I was like, of course I'm gonna have to read this one. Of course I am. I may actually reread Daughter of a Pirate King, Daughter of a Pirate Siren Queen before reading this one. But the covers do enough. Pirates, sirens on the water, obviously beautiful. It's Yes, give it to me. This one, I think they're actually looking for treasure as well. They're on like a quest, so it's really giving Pirates of the Caribbean, which is exactly what we need right now. Oh no, I lied, it's a rescue mission. His army of undead soldiers? Okay, Game of Thrones. That is all I have of the current for my fantasy ones, but I am planning on buying a lot more Pirate, Siren, you know the drill type of ones. Lastly in this video is my recommendations for the summer books I think everyone should read in the summertime. Most of these are rereads for me. Only one of them I haven't reread, and that's because I read it this year and I'm planning on rereading it this summer. First book I'm recommended this summer, I actually have already recommended it, but that is Daughter of the Pirate King and Daughter of the Siren Queen. Starts off with our queenie, Alosa. She gets kidnapped by a rival pirate ship. They think they've just kidnapped the Pirate King's daughter. Long and behold, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it, but Alosa's been sent on a mission. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she is that girl. And this is just the second book into it. I'm not going to say much because it'll be a spoiler. Oh, next up on the books, I actually forgot to get down. Any Elsie Silver book, Chestnut Springs, obviously. You get your rodeo cowboys. You get the single daddies on the ranch. You get the lot, really. Everything you can want more in life. I'm also currently reading Fever Dream, very much given summer. It's a bachelor reality show. It's very much given the Wrong Paris vibes, and I'm in up. Except she's not one of the contestants. She's the one working the show, and he knows exactly who she is. And that is his rodeo rival's younger sister. Obviously, I'm reading the last 3 books in the Rose Hill Ranch series. I can't think of what the series is actually called, but I absolutely loved Wild Love. One of the best books actually I've read by Elsie Silver. No miscommunication, mature characters, they know exactly who they were. It was perfect, very summer vibes. And the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver I also recommend. The writing is not as good as the others, but the plot of each book is really interesting, really fun vibes. They're really short as well, all of them ones. Any Tessa Bailey book I recommend, I don't think I've read one of them that didn't give me summer vibes. And that's really funny I say that, because my next book up is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. It is a murder mystery, small town getaway for the weekend, bounty hunter romance. Oh, this is the one I read this year, the only one I haven't read in my stack, and I will be getting a reread this summer. I am so excited. I loved it. I've actually got a video based on this book, and that is rereading books I DNF'd. Go read it. Very successful. Love it with my whole entire heart. Fully recommend, and don't take the DNF rereading books to heart. I'm a mood reader. If I'm not in the mood to read a book, I will just put it down. It's not that I didn't like it. I love this book. I'm pretty sure I rated it at 4.5 or 4.75. Love. Read this book. Next up, we have The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. This is a friends to lovers fake dating they always knew. Just beautiful summery vibes. I'm pretty sure there's actually a written scene. This is an amazing book. He's a professional football player. She's a ballet teacher. She was gonna be a ballerina, but I'm pretty sure she got into an accident. I think it's also second chance, because they stopped being friends for a really long time, and then I think they found each other again. Can't remember that now. Oh my god, I promise I've read this book like 4 times now. I'm not kidding. Out of my head, the first year I read this was 2022, and I've read it every single year since, and one year I actually read it twice. So read this book. The friendship gives such found family vibes. The banter is so funny, and that is all I have to say. Next up, we have the Bellinger Sister duology. Again, reread to the day I die. It Happened One Summer gives Wild Child vibes, except he's a king crab fisher. Piper is a rich socialite. She ends up going way too far partying, and her mum and her stepdad send her back to the small town that but her dad passed away. The mum obviously married the stepfather, and they moved away. And she's now been sent back to this small town with absolutely nothing, not a penny to her name. And her sister goes back with her. Everyone in the town thinks they're not lasting a day, especially him. He wants her out of his town. They don't want any more people like her around. It goes from there. It's beautiful. It's stunning. Read this book. A very summery, very small town. Beautiful. Follow up. We have Hook, Line, and Sinker. This is Hannah's book. Hannah is Piper's sister who moved to the small town with her because she was like, I cannot let my sister go alone. She is not as crazy feral party girl as her sister, so she didn't get sent away, but she was like, she's not lasting a day, I'll go with her. This is a friends to lovers forced proximity, I guess. Piper obviously stays in the small town with Brennan. Is that his name? I'm 100% sure it is. If so, Brendan, sorry. And she comes back to the small town. I'm pretty sure they're shooting something. Again, I'm really not with the small details. But she ends up staying in Fox's spare room. Fox is the playboy, flirty, also king crab bishop. Beautiful, stunning. Read this book. Next up, we have the summer books of summer books. The Aaron Blackford of the Aaron Blackfords. And that is the Spanish Love Deception. If you have not read this book, what are you doing? Go read this book. Starts off with our main character, Catalina. She's now in New York, works a business job, and so does Aaron Blackford. She thinks he doesn't like her. He's just standoffish. They don't really talk. They don't really get along. They're just kind of their own separate lives. We get into it, and Aaron overhears her saying how she needs a date for her sister's wedding in Spain. Her ex has been invited to the wedding, and he has moved on. They left on very bad terms. He is a dick. And she does not want to go back alone. And she has told her family that she's dating this mystery man. There is no mystery man. So Aaron overhears her talking about how she needs a date to go with her to Spain and pretend to be her boyfriend. And he is so up for the offer. And he is perfect. 6'4", blue-eyed, dark-haired, breaking beds. Perfect. That is what he is. Aaron Blackford, put some respect on his name. And lastly is the Unhoneymooners. I'm going to be honest to say, the end irritates me every single time I reread it, because I'm like, why would you believe that? I'm gonna read it again this year. We'll see if I feel differently about it now. I probably won't. I don't love it's not really miscommunication, but anyway, point is, the vibes in this part of the book make up for it and make it so worth it. The writing is so easy. The Unhoneymooners is about Olive and Ethan. Their siblings just got married to each other. That sounds weird. Olive's sister got married to Ethan's brother. Olive was the maid of honor and Ethan was the best man. Yada yada, backstory stuff happens. The whole guest group ends up getting food poisoning at the wedding. These are the only two who didn't eat at the wedding, so they're the only ones who didn't get terrible food poisoning. So Olive's sister was like, you take the honeymoon, you did everything you could for the wedding anyway. And Ethan's brother told Ethan, you take it, like, and they didn't know. So they show up and they're both there and they're like, you know what, no, I'm taking it. And that's how it goes. It is beautiful. They have to pretend to be married because it is the honeymoon suite and it was uncancelable. They couldn't cancel it, so they were like, you might as well take it. And it just goes from there. It's beautiful, it's amazing. Again, I don't love the end, but this whole part of the book is worth it. And obviously it is a happy ever after. It's a romance book. It's just fun vibes all around. I will be reading this on holiday. I have already actually read this on holiday and I will always read this on holiday. It will be a constant take with me. Actually, I need to find out if it's on the Kindle because this cover is getting bad. It's even got water damage from when I had it by the pool. Anyway, that is it for my summer TBR and summer book recommendations video. If you have any more recommendations that I haven't mentioned, which there are probably hundreds of books I haven't mentioned, and you love them, please comment them down below because I'm always here for a good book rec. That is it anyway for today's video. If you like this video and you feel like sticking around, check out my channel for more videos like this one, and I'll see you in the next.